Nicknamed the Black Dahlia, Elizabeth Short was brutally murdered in Los Angeles in 1947. Her body cut in half and severely mutilated, and her killer was never found. Welcome back to another episode of Spooky Hut, the home of all things scary and hair-raising on YouTube. From the most thought-provoking unsolved mysteries to the creepiest ghosts and ghouls, we have all the spooky content you will ever need. Subscribe to the channel now so you never miss any of our latest and greatest videos. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the Black Dahlia murder. Let's get to it. Who was Elizabeth Short? Nicknamed the Black Dahlia, Elizabeth Short, an aspiring actress, was brutally murdered in Los Angeles, California. Her body cut in half and severely mutilated. Her body was found on January 15, 1947, in a vacant lot near 𝐤𝐨𝐬𝐬 Park. The Black Dahlia's killer was never found, making her murder one of the oldest cold case files in LA to date, as well as the city's most famous. Early life. Short was born on July 29, 1924, in Boston, Massachusetts, the third of the 5 daughters born to Cleo and Phoebe May Sawyer Short. Cleo abandoned the family when Short was 5 years old. At a young age, Short developed a strong affinity for cinema. By her teens, she had set her sights on becoming an actress. The Black Dahlia murder. By the mid-1940s, Short was living in Los Angeles, California, working as a waitress to support herself, while dreaming of catching her big break into Hollywood's acting scene. Her chance at stardom, however, would never come. In January 1947, a horrific tragedy occurred. At the age of 22, Short was brutally murdered in Los Angeles, her body cut in half and severely mutilated. Her body was found nude and posed by a local female resident on January 15, 1947, in a vacant lot near 𝐤𝐸𝐬𝐬 Park, on the 38th block of LA's South Norton Avenue. It was pretty gruesome. Brian Carr, a detective with the Los Angeles Police Department who has long worked on the Dahlia case, later said, "I just can't imagine someone doing that to another human being." In addition to dissecting and mutilating her body, Short's killer had drained her corpse of blood and scrubbed it clean. The case quickly became heavily covered by the media. Her moniker, Black Dahlia, became widely known shortly thereafter, as it was used more frequently than her real name by the press. The case itself took on a life of its own, Carr said. Early on, I think for 2 months, it was front-page news in all the local papers every day. An in-depth, lengthy investigation by the LAPD ensued, leading to a number of false reports, including several false murder confessions, and ultimately leaving detectives grasping at straws. The sole witness of the murder had reported seeking a black sedan parked in the area in the early morning hours, but could provide police with little else. The combination of faulty witnesses and a lack of hard evidence surrounding the case greatly hindered its progress. And despite numerous allegations and leads over the years, the Black Dahlia's killer was never found. Today, the Black Dahlia murder remains one of the oldest case files in LA, as well as the city's most famous. The killer taunted investigators by mailing his victims personal items. Seemingly making headway in the case, investigators apprehended married salesman Robert Red Manley, who met Short in San Diego and dropped her off at LA's Biltmore Hotel on January 9th, the date of her last sighting. Manley later identified one of the victim's shoes and a purse found near the crime scene, but his alibis otherwise checked out, and he was cleared of wrongdoing. In late January, an envelope labeled with cut-out words and the phrase "Heaven is here" arrived at the examiner's office. Inside was a collection of Short's personal documents, including her birth certificate, social security card, and an address book featuring the name Mark Hansen on the cover. Police tracked down approximately 75 men from the book, most of whom had only briefly met its owner, as well as Hansen, a successful nightclub owner. Hansen confirmed that Short had crashed at his home, an explanation that fit in with her developing profile as a drifter who relied on the sympathy of others, and he was also soon crossed off the suspect list. Meanwhile, authorities found themselves sifting through copycat letters from the alleged killer, listening to bogus confessions, and following up on other crimes that were potentially related, including the red lipstick murder of February 1947. But inevitably, found themselves back at square one. Recent case developments. In early 2013, the Black Dahlia case returned to the headlines. An article in the San Bernardino Sun detailed a more recent investigation of the case that was conducted by retired police sergeant Paul Dostie, author Steve Hotto, and a police dog named Buster with a keen sense of smell, specifically that of decomposing flesh, which he was trained to detect. According to the Sun, the investigative team has uncovered incriminating evidence against Hottle's father, Dr. George Hill Hottle, who was the younger Hottle and has long believed to be the Black Dahlia's killer. In February 2013, the team conducted an extensive search of the doctor's home, where Buster had previously detected the scent of human decomposition in several areas of the basement, according to reports. Following their search, soil samples taken from Dr. Hottle's home were reportedly submitted for lab testing. Other evidence against George Hottle, according to his son, includes an old recording of a conversation between the doctor and an unknown person, during which Dr. Hottle allegedly stated, "Supposing I did kill the Black Dahlia, they couldn't prove it now. They can't talk to my secretary because she's dead." With that, we've reached the end of today's video, all about the Black Dahlia murder. Do any of you guys have your own theories about what happened to Elizabeth Short? Get involved and let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and found it interesting, make sure to leave a thumbs up so we know to make more for you. Also, subscribe to the channel for even more awesome videos just like this one. As always, thanks for watching. See you next time on Spooky Hut, where we always have tricks and treats for you.